Yeah. We have some special commercial thanks to make first of all before the program started. I want to thank Compass for, I don't know if you've been to this building before, but it's a beautiful facility and it has worked out so well for our Ivy Guyton and Janine Whitfield. I don't know if you know about the van that Tyree produced, the artwork on the van that which the Pastors for Peace are going to take down to Cuba. And the van itself was donated by the U.S.-Cuba Labor Exchange for the Cuban Workers Federation. It's a special contribution to help free the Cuban Five and send them home to their families. And of course, the very talented photographers, Frank Hammer, Ken Parks, Ken Snodgrass, who've done, and me, I did those little bitty ones over there, so please go by and look at those too. But they have done wonderful work in mounting and framing the work while they were in. We're so excited about celebrating these 50 years of revolutionary Cuba. He is the co-founder of the Detroit Justice for Cuba Coalition.
Well, first, I would like to say to all of you, thanks for being here. We are celebrating 50 years of aggression to the Cuban people. That part we're not celebrating. We are here to commemorate or talk about that and celebrate 50 years of solidarity from the Cuban people to the many countries around the world. As early as April 1960, the State Department said, we will do everything possible, means should be undertaken promptly to weaken the economic life of Cuba, to bring about hunger, desperation, and the overthrow of the Cuban government. That was in April 6, 1960. Since then, before that, the Cuban Revolution was made to end years of prostitution, illiteracy, malnutrition, so many problems that the Cuban people had before the revolution. And after the revolution, and at the same time, right after the revolution, the government Batista left with all the money that was in the coffers of the Cuban government. The province had one health hospital institution in each of the provinces. This is by the Cubans in Venezuela. Now this is a good one. Now the Africans come. The African countries come and they say they want to join to ALBA. And this is one of the ministers or representative of the group of the Cubans. This is say Cuba and Venezuela leading way in training healthcare professionals in an area where African countries lack the resources and the infrastructure. Cuba has not only contributed to the social development of other people, but also helped to get the independence of Namibia, Angola, and to the apartheid in South Africa. And they contributed to these African countries without bringing any little money. The Cubans at that time lost 2,000 soldiers. And at the end of the war, the only thing the Cubans brought to Cuba was their death. They don't do anything. Well, We are right now in the present situation, and I will quote you what President Obama.
That two of our special guests that I had mentioned earlier just arrived, and that's Tyree Guyton and Janine Maria. And thank them for the wonderful work that they've done in the caravan. That is why Julie Hurwitz and Jerry Goldberg to come forward.
What a great honor. I want to, first of all, thank all of you. Thank the magnificent, the Honorable Chloe House Morgan, who herself is a Sheba as we continue to fight for freedom and liberation for Cuba, which has a right to be respected. The citizens worldwide view themselves as honorary Cubans. They're our family. They must not be treated as if they were not fully human or not fully engaged in the rural community. So I am so proud to be here today on behalf of all of our people, and I'm humbly accepting this, working to live up to the trust you placed in me with this wonderful award. I thank you, Mr. Biden.
I'm representing Attorney Julie Hurwitz is on the list and in this.
I'll only take up a little of your time. Julie asked me to read a statement for her as she couldn't be here today. She's in San Francisco. It's a deep honor and privilege to be recognized along with my friends and fellow supporters of Cuba, Jerry Goldberg and Joanne Watson. I am very sorry not to be able to be there, but I'm out of town on a long-standing family commitment. I have long respected and admired the strength of the Cuban people and their undying commitment to the principles of what the Cuban Revolution stands for, in the face of a continued threat from the most powerful country in the world, the United States. It is time for the leaders of this country to do it in the best interest of everyone, for once, and rather than trying to destroy Cuba, focus on resolving the horrible conditions of poverty, racism, and the economic crisis in this country. The work that the U.S.-Cuba Labor Exchange does to keep open the lines of communication between workers in both of our countries is awe-inspiring. Has and continues to be a privilege to represent them as an attorney. I will continue to do what I can to assist in the struggle to recognize the legitimacy of the Cuban government and to knock down the walls of the embargo and travel restrictions. Thank you again for this wonderful recognition. Viva la lucha, viva la revolución, Julie Hurwitz.
Now, not least and only last, Jerry Goldberg, on behalf of the committee, thank you for your work.
Thank you to Judge Morgan. I first want to say that most of my contribution legally has been to answer the constant harassing letters to Ignacio from OFAC, and that the real heroes, of course, are people like Ignacio and Cheryl from the Labor Exchange, Reverend Lucius Walker, and those from Pastors for Peace, who continually defied the blockade and kept the doors open until we could knock down that blockade so workers here can see that a society doesn't have to deny health care and housing, and they can provide it in a society that struggles economically. There's no reason for these ills in the richest country in the world.
Okay, good. Sorry. The Cuban Five have been in prison now for 10 years. They were arrested in September 1998. They're 5 Cuban men who went to South Florida to monitor the paramilitaries that are funded by the United States government. These non-governmental paramilitaries have bombed airlines, bombed hotels, bombed department stores, subjected the Cuban people to chemical and biological warfare, and tried to assassinate the leadership of the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro. It's been
nothing changed.